All right, y'all. I'm Raven Nicole.
I'm
Delle. I'm Delle.
I'm Rat King.
I'm Jess.
Yep, and we're Ascendance. All right. So today I have a question for everybody. It's going to be our question of the week, right? And so this question is, so as Ascendance, we each independently make music, right? And so the question is, what is your favorite part about making music? We're going to go ahead and go with Randy first.
My favorite part with making music is probably, admittedly, like I do almost every step of the process when it comes to it. You know, I produce and then I do my vocals and everything. It's finally having that moment when things are starting to come together and like it, you know, you get that vision in your head and all of a sudden it's kind of out on the page in front of you. The moment I have that realization that that's happening is kind of my favorite part. If that's a good enough answer, like I guess I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah, just having that like, oh, that's the one. That's it right there.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard to get the idea from the brain to actually sound like that in real life. So yes, I understand that for sure.
Once you get that, you're like, yes, I did it. But you might not say yes. I don't know.
Of course I do.
I'm sure he does.
I don't want to put that on you.
Yes, rats, slay.
Yeah. I'll go next, and then I'll let y'all two decide who's gonna go next after you. Let that be y'all's decision. Okay. All right. So for me, my favorite part about making music is it allows me to say things that like it's harder for me to say, or I can't necessarily find the words for it. So like when I'm writing, like it just kind of comes out. But like when I'm like speaking, it's like, especially like when it's like personal stuff, because I don't really like I can be on social media all day, but not that many people know that much stuff about me. You know, that's on purpose because I don't like to, you know, put my business out there. But it's like it's a way of doing it without necessarily doing it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's just a way to tell stories. Like I've loved telling stories since I was a kid. Like that's just something I did, and now it's like this is why. Because when I was in kindergarten, I wrote this story because we had journal time. You know what I'm saying? And then my teacher showed it to all these fourth grade teachers and was like, "Look at this, it's so good." And since then, I was like, you know what? I'm writing. And so I've been writing ever since, you know what I'm saying? So
nice.
Yeah.
You're just like,
funny
I'm good at this.
I have a very similar distinct memory like that, you know, where like someone in school, that's kind of cool that you bring that up, you know. I wonder how that is with other people. Like what percentage of people have that childhood memory of being celebrated for something creative, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely, I was always told off in most studies except for writing anything. I was always just top of the class in that. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's me with math. I'm so bad at math.
Math is not fun.
Yeah, it's not for me, unfortunately.
I used to have a teacher like, math is fun. I'm like, no, it's not.
What is wrong with you?
I get mad because everybody's like, yo, why you hate math so much? It's in music. And I'm like,
yeah.
Not the music I'm doing. I don't need it.
I will say,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
That part I get more. I actually do like the math and music, and the only reason why is because I can apply it. You know what I mean? Like it, like visually is happening in front of me in a way. So like that's a bit more fun for me. I do like the math and music. I just don't like, you know, like all the other bullshit they taught us that didn't really. I have never used what is it? Y equals mx plus b or whatever.
Yeah.
The super famous. Never used it once after that. Like.
So many formulas they had us memorize. For what?
For what?
For what? Anyways, Delle?
What was the question?
What's your favorite part of making music?
Making the music.
Making the music.
Okay.
I don't know if like, because when you asked the question originally, I was like the favorite part of making music, and I don't feel like you guys like answered that. So then I started going, wait, what's my answer going to be if their answers went this direction? But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with what the question said. The question was, and it's basically like, as soon as I get that idea, and I go ahead and I start working with it and I'm playing with it,
Yeah.
I have the most fun playing with it. It's after that where it's like, okay, now I got to do the boring stuff, the serious stuff, the hard work, like all that. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody else do that part. But the like initial, oh my gosh, I got this great idea. Let's go do it. Ooh, sounds good. Like, yeah.
The creative part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is exactly what I would say too. As well as what the rest of you guys said too. You always are in my brain, but definitely I would say also for me, the initial getting the idea and like writing out all the lyrics part. And then you have to do all the boring stuff, like you said, Delle. But also being able to express myself and maybe get closure on stuff that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise by just writing it out like my own personal diary.
Yeah. True.
But public.
True. I think you were going like with the very like specific question. I think me and Randy were going like the very like overall like music in general. But like like to go in the direction you went in, like I love the creative part, but also like the part after to see what I can do creatively to make it better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To fill it
That's
in.
that's on a skill level. You're talking
Like
about
that layering level of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice. But also, I was just looking at all of us, and we kind of look like the Wiggles, like with all our different colored shirts. Like,
oh my God, we do! I got the. It's so hard to see in this camera.
I know it.
That's what chicken butt.
Mine don't say nothing. Mine says shit.
That's okay.
But anyways, so that's our favorite part about making music. So we want to know what's y'all's favorite part about making music. So let us know.
Tell us.
Yes.
Tell us.
You know you want to.
All right. Recording, stop. Are you sure you want to stop recording to the cloud?